just thought it was so rude. Don't be a spoiled brat. What annoyed me the most is that, hola amigos and welcome to today's mukbang. I know this is the worst setup. Number one, I look bald because I have my hair up in a bun, and I could totally like eat like this, but then I would be so far away from you guys. So I have to be up here, so I look bald, so never mind that. And then number two, never mind the thing on my lip. It's because of the weather, it's so hot here, my lips don't like it, and I don't know what's happening. We're in a different location because I hate filming downstairs in that room, guys, because it's so hot there, and then there's mosquitoes like last time, and it was so distracting to have those mosquitoes there with me. Anyways, for today's mukbang we have curry. This is Indian curry. And I'm not Indian, but a lot of people think I am, so we're just going to go along with it. I'm Indian, but I might have some Indian blood in me because I am half Persian. So I will leave the recipe of this down below. It's amazing. Tita Ging wants me to make this all the time, and she's a chef, guys, so if she approves something, that means, you know, it's very good. Then I have some Filipino chips. We have some chippy down below. Where is it? Barbecue flavor, and then multi-grain. Yum. So I have that. And by the way, I'm home alone. Tita Ging is in Surigao. She's doing some business. So I'm home alone. I was like, what can I do? I was like, I can just do my homework and stuff, but that's boring. So I was like, I'm home alone, I can film a mukbang. I'm a pretty good chef now, guys. No, but honestly, I've been cooking like every other day since I came here, and I've definitely improved, I would say. I could sit at a table like a normal person, but the table, it's downstairs and it's so hot. I still have not figured out a way to film here. Well, it's almost impossible. Let me add some chips. This is my breakfast, by the way. I feel like I don't have enough rice. This is vegan, by the way. So every other day I go out and I grocery shop, and during the days where I feel energetic enough, I bike all the way to Cloud 9. I wake up at 6 so I don't get sunburned. I go out really early, but I still put on sunscreen, of course. But yesterday I was feeling stressed out because of many different things. I was biking, I was so tired, and then I went all the way back. When you feel stressed out, guys, the best way to get rid of that stress is by working out, because when you're working out, you can clear your mind and just focus on whatever you're doing. And for a moment, just forget everything in your life. And like biking outside, something that's going to make you tired. It's like with dogs. Cesar Merlan, whoa, this is a good way, but you can't see the food. Tell me if you like this better, but you can see the food, but I'm more comfortable, but you can't see the food. Okay, I will just do different angles in this video, and then you guys can vote down below because I don't know what to do. Okay, Siargao is a very touristy island. Lots of tourists come here. I love it because tourists are so much fun. Oy! Uh-oh. I cannot drop food here, guys, or the ipis will arrive. Yesterday I was at the farmer's market. It's called Palengke here. I was buying my regular food, and then American guy and a woman came. I think they were a couple, and they were just talking, and they were being a bit like, I was a bit annoyed because I love tourists, guys, but these two, were the type that were very spoiled. It really did annoy me because I was paying for my food. I bought like tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff like that. It cost 230, I think. So the person next to me came first, so he paid first, and then it was my turn, and then I paid. And then this guy beside me was like, oh, it's horrible how you have to like fight to pay for your food. And he was like saying that it's horrible how the system is like in farmers markets, how you have to like fight to be able to pay for your food and be the first one to pay for your food and get your food. And it wasn't even hectic. We were 3 customers, guys. It was nothing. And it did go in order. Like, I came before them, and the person before me came before me, and so it went like 1, 2, 3. But he felt like he should be the one who goes first for some reason. And it was like as if he owned the place. What annoyed me the most is that they talked about farmers market and the people working there in front of the person working at the farmers market. I just thought it was so rude. I mean, most Filipinos can understand English, guys. So you really have to be careful when you go out here. You can't just talk about somebody like that in front of them, thinking they won't understand you. But I think that they did that on purpose, so that people would hear them and be like, oh, you can go first, sir. But nobody did that, because you should, when you're traveling, guys, that's the #1 thing I've learned from traveling so much. You really have to respect the country. Don't be a douche, and don't be a spoiled brat. Thought that was so rude how he just did that in front of her. I felt so bad, because it's not like they have a lot of money. Like, they're not being paid a lot to sell food at the farmers market. I don't know. I didn't say anything, but I was like, I almost wanted to. I got so annoyed. Just wanted to tell him, like, just shut up and wait for your turn. He only waited for not even 5 minutes. That's not a lot, guys. You wait even longer at like grocery stores and stuff like that. The only difference is in grocery stores you're in a line, so you can see that it goes like in the correct order. But in farmers markets you have to like talk. You can't just, he just stood there as if like somebody's just going to come up to him and be like, oh, Prince, do you want to pay? Like, it's not like it's royalty or anything like that. Even like in the US and in other countries, at farmers markets, you have to be like, hey, how much does this cost? Can I pay for this? And like, I want to buy this and stuff like that. You're not just going to stand there and wait for your turn. And he wasn't shy. I was like, some people, like, I used to be super shy at farmers markets, and I wouldn't say anything. And so obviously I would be the last one to be served. But then I learned I have to like talk, and it's not scary to talk. I don't know. It would have been fine if he was just shy, but he was not shy. He just waited there. Ugh, I got so annoyed from him. And the girl selling the food, obviously I could see it in her face, like she understood what they said. When you go to a new country, guys, and obviously you won't know all of the rules and you won't understand the culture straight away, but you should do everything in your power to understand it and be respectful. Like, when I go to other countries, I don't understand everything. Like, when I went to New Zealand, I was so confused with a lot of things, and I didn't understand. Like, for example, I don't know a good example. Sorry, guys, I really can't think of anything. But I guess a good example here in the Philippines is there's lots of things I could not understand when I came here, and I've actually learned a lot from living here on the island. Because in the cities, a lot of people say Manila isn't really the Philippines. It is the Philippines, but it's a very modern version of the Philippines. When you go to islands like this, or Palawan and stuff like that, you will see the real Filipinos, how they really are. In Manila, I love Manila, guys. Like, I cannot wait for next year because I'm going to be living there to go to college, and I'm just so excited because, guys, the city is my life. I love the city. And obviously, like right now, I'm looking out the windows and there's tons of coconut trees, and it's gorgeous. But I don't know why I'm so obsessed with the city. I just love it. I feel like we've drifted from a conversation about rude people. Okay. I really miss talking to you guys. Like, I feel like mukbangs are the best way to talk to people or talk to my viewers because there's so much going on. I don't even know what to talk about anymore. I've been watching this girl on YouTube, Tiffany Wang. Oh, I'm not sure of her last name. I just know it's Tiffany something. I will write it here. But she goes to RISD. It's art college. I think it's an art college. Pretty sure. It's apparently the #1 art college in the US. And I think it's in New York. I could be so wrong. Apparently James Franco went there. And she makes vlogs about her life there. And I'm obsessed with her videos because she's such a good artist. And because I'm going to multimedia college next year, it's very similar kind of. It's still art, you know. And so I've been practicing my drawing skills. Every day I've been drawing for 1 hour. If you are good at something, guys, like even just a tiny bit, even if you feel like you're not the best, but you're just good at it. Like for me, growing up, drawing was the only thing that I felt comfortable with. I didn't feel like I was good at it. I would always compare myself to my friend. Let's call her Ariana. It's actually very close to her actual name. But Ariana was such a good artist, and she's so good. Like, she didn't even know how good she was at drawing. She just did it. Like, she just loved to draw. And because she had a talent, and then she was also practicing her skill, she improved so much. Like, oh my god, the way she drew, it was so soft, and all of the lines were so soft, and she was great at drawing cartoons and faces. She was my best friend. I miss her. I really wish I didn't drift away from her because she was the best. Anyways, I did draw a lot, but if I were to have like, and also I did draw a lot. Honestly, I did draw like almost every day, and I feel like that helped me. And there's a huge improvement now since I went to graphic design school. And I always say that the graphic design school didn't teach me anything, but what it did teach me is that I love to draw, and that I can improve on it. Even though I'm not the best, I can improve on my skill and become better. And honestly, it shocked me because I remember I had to draw a rose, and I thought it was so hard. But because I went to drawing class, that's what helped me the most. That's probably the #1 thing I learned from graphic design school. Drawing. We had a drawing class. You could choose like what class you wanted, and I picked drawing and photography, and that drawing class was everything. And when but in the beginning I was in web design as a major, but then I switched to graphic design, which was very hard to get into, but I thought I would like it more. I did not end up liking it more, and also I couldn't have my drawing class anymore. So anyways, the teacher was, oh my god, she's an amazing artist, and she was so good at drawing, and she knew exactly, like I was drawing this flower and she knew exactly where to put the shadows and everything, and she helped me a lot on that. And I loved every drawing class I've ever had, probably because I've learned so much from the teachers, and I never give them enough credit. I always hate on my teachers, but when it comes to drawing, that's what I really enjoyed, and that's why I'm trying to focus on that. Because instead of, I'm always so envious of people with these crazy talents. They can sing, they can dance, they can do whatever, and then here comes me and I don't know anything. I feel like, but that's obviously not true, because I want to get like a really cool talent. I've tried playing the piano and I can learn on it, but it doesn't feel natural to me. Like when I'm playing, I love it. Once I've learned a song, it feels so good to play on the piano, but I can only memorize a song at a time, and then I will forget it once I've left the piano. Like I've memorized so many songs, but every time I leave the piano, because it's in Manila, I forget it, and then I can't remember it, which means it's not really I don't have a talent in it. Maybe a tiny bit, but not really. It's not natural to me. But when it comes to drawing, even when I remember I used to draw a lot on this channel actually, and then I stopped and I didn't draw for like 6 months, and then I drew again, and my skill was exactly the same. It didn't improve, but it was the same. And I think it's because I feel like I have some sort of talent in it. It sounds like I'm being like, not bragging, but it sounds like I'm being overly confident, but I'm really not a confident person, guys. But I feel like I have something in drawing. Like it's something, it feels natural to me to draw, even though I'm not good at drawing faces and stuff like that. But I feel like shading and then copying something, like if I'm looking at something, I can copy it. It usually turns out to look like a cartoon or something, but you can see what it is. And when I compare it to other people, like on Pinterest, you can look at what other people, when they recreate the drawings, and when I compare it to mine, I can see that like mine are good enough. They're not the best, but they are good enough. And I never know how to talk about myself like in a good way, so never mind that. But I just think that if you're good at something, focus on that and just do that, because the thing you have a talent in, guys, if you focus on that, you're going to be so good at that. And instead of just, you can do this too, but like if you focus on another skill, like say for me, if I focus 100% on piano, I could probably become like a lot better if I get piano lessons. And when I used to get some piano lessons in school, and I did improve a lot, but I never reached a point where I felt comfortable with it. And I don't think I ever will unless I focus 100% on it, but it takes so much effort. Unlike with drawing, where it doesn't even take an effort, I enjoy it too much. I feel like it's just for fun. So find that and focus on that. It's taken me 24 years before I understood that. I'm starting to become full, guys. So yeah, I just feel very passionate about this, guys, because if you focus on something you don't have a talent in, I feel like you can succeed at it, but I feel like it would be so much, it would take so much effort. Like all of us have a talent. We have a lot of small talents and then a big talent, and I feel like you should find that big talent. Like if you don't know what your talent is, just do everything. So do everything until you find it. The saddest thing to me when I hear these 40-year-olds or younger or older people who are like, yeah, my passion was actually photography, but I became a doctor instead because it pays better and looks better on paper and stuff like that. but then they're so good at photography, they could totally do it. It just breaks me inside when I hear that, because I'm like, what? Are you stupid? But I do understand it, like, because obviously you want to be able to succeed and pay for food, but I just think it's so sad when people give up on their dreams. Like, at least still do it in your free time. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Gracias por ver. Adios, amigos. Woo.